Valentina, éntralo. It's almost 3 p.m. I'm almost done with Momentum. What a beautiful day today in Tampa, Florida. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Let's go ahead and do a Maceda Patriarch. A second Maceda Patriarch. A second Maceda Patriarch. Why a second? Because the wrapper is not perfect. It's not beautiful. The filler is on point. Every once in a while, I picked one that is kind of a little bit bitter because the wrapper wasn't in best shape. Two weeks already on the shop. And and I'm happy. I'm happy because Ebor's been changing a little bit for the good. For the good. We're having foot traffic that we didn't have last year in this season right now. And we are in the middle of the season. The season will be over June. On June, yeah. June it will be dead and it will come back in November. So we are in season right now of snowbirds, tourists in Ybor City. And it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good so far for January and February. It's been pretty good. A lot of good people out there. exploring Ybor, back in their summer homes, and enjoying Tampa, Florida, because the weather is phenomenal. I was earlier with the kids and the wife in the jacuzzi, and it was awesome with the view that I have behind me, and we enjoyed a lot. And I decided to spend the day with the family. Being 2 months in Nicaragua without my family, it was hard. It was pretty tough on me. I realized how much I need my family. Awesome. A Belgian white with a San Andres Maduro wrapper. Pretty good. Good contrast. It's almost 3 p.m. And I started before because my good friend Zach is sharing with other platforms to let him know that Yanko Maceda, founder of Tabernero Cigars, is here live on Sundays, every Sunday at 3 p.m. to share with you guys, with a little bit of knowledge I have of this industry that I have so much to learn, and lifestyle, to share with you guys what I know up to this point and how things are going and what is my point of view of the cigar industry, the future of the cigar industry. And it's been here, and again, it's been here forever, and it's gonna be here for many more years. It's just that, and like anything in life, is changing and changing. Back in the days, I remember, I think I experienced once flying from Havana to Oriente. I think I experienced one, and people being able to have cigarettes inside of the plane. People smoking cigarettes inside of the plane. So someone in front of it was smoking a cigarette, and you as a kid, you will have to eat it. So it's 3 p.m. How are you guys? My name is Yanko Maceda, founder of Tabernero Cigars, where we believe in the enjoyment of craftsmanship that allows you to stop time, with the enjoyment of craftsmanship, stop time, reflect on life, and once you spend a little bit of time with yourself, not on the phone, with yourself and a good cigar, after reflection, next thing you do is just plan the future ahead. There's always a future ahead. Doesn't matter how old you are, tomorrow is a future ahead. So if today is Sunday, go ahead and plan tomorrow, Monday. Or if you can, try to plan the whole week. It will give you purpose. It will give you a purpose for the entire week, that you have a plan. You have a plan for the rest of the week. Because today is the beginning of the week. So we're going to talk a little bit about my how I felt when I came back to Ybor City, and I saw there was a lot more movement, things were going well, and I had the chance. I love to be in my shop and able to talk to my customers, and even my customers, they miss me when they have a chance. They're pretty shy. I'm a shy individual too, but somehow they pull me aside and they want to engage in a conversation to see how things are going, and they admire that I take the risk to go to another country, explore other ventures related to cigars. They really admire that, and I really appreciate that. I humble myself, because to me, I'm not really doing anything monumental. I don't think I'm really changing the world, but for them, it gives them a sense of hope, of inspiration, that if you set your mind and have a clear picture of your dreams, you can attain your goals, your dreams. So every time we have a sit down and they ask me questions and they go, what is next, what is next, what is next, I'm honest. I try to be honest and I go, well, right now I'm putting all my concentration on making boxes, cigar boxes in Nicaragua. So when I show them the samples that I brought from Nicaragua, they are impressed. They are impressed because it's the same box that we have right here in Tampa, Florida, but now we took it to another level in a sense of paint, in a sense of screen print, art. We're doing a lot more, as I mentioned in the past when I was sharing with you guys for a whole 2 years that I would start a box shop in Nicaragua, that I was gonna take my boxes to another level. It is happening. It is happening and the boxes are gorgeous. They're looking beautiful, they're different. And everyone in Nicaragua, in Esteli, when you show them the boxes, they go ballistic. They go, wow, wow, how much, $12, $10? And we go, no, not 12, not $10. But how is that possible? The amount of cuts that you have on that box, that's a lot of handwork. That box is impossible to make right here in Nicaragua. So you bring in those from the US. I say, yes, I'm bringing it from the US, but I already brought the technology here. Wow, but it must be a really expensive box. I go, no, it's it compares to your $7.50, $8 box, but we can sell it for $6. You can see their eyes going, $6? How can you do that? How can you do that? Well, I don't get into it how I can do it, but instead of it being at $7.50, $8, same as the other competition, I don't know. I thought it would be better to give more room to the brand owner to make money or to pass it on into their customers. That's the way I see it. And to start getting our little share in the market, because again, there's some individuals, there's some brands, they're not going to accept for now my type of box. So they will continue doing the wood box with the metal hinges, metal latch. So I think we definitely I like to use that word because I heard in a stupid movie that I saw recently, we are disrupting an industry because of new technology in a new country, and that makes me feel amazing. That makes me feel in somehow the Tesla, the Elon Musk of my industry, because I'm bringing new technology to the industry, and it's gonna help. It's gonna help the industry like crazy because of the lead time, because of the price, because of consistency. Think about it that we are cutting digital, so it doesn't matter if 3 years went by and you ask me, hey Yanko, I want another 2,000 boxes of Bitola Cuava 58. I go to the digital files, and that same box that you got 3 years ago, same measurements, same design, is gonna be exactly as the one you had 3 years ago. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal in the industry because there's always issues with cigar boxes being out of size. So I am celebrating the achievement so far with the box shop. The first month, January, we started working on building the box shop December 6th. We opened the box shop the second week of January with employees. Second week of January we had 3 employees. So in the first month of the year, we did 1,000 boxes, really small. 1,000 boxes, training everybody. So we sold those 1,000 boxes for a lower cost to Tabanero Cigars because they were Tabanero cigar boxes. again, we sold it to Tabanero to a lower cost because we were training the employees. They didn't have the same quality. So I said, okay, let's cut a deal to Tabanero Cigars that he has invested all the money on this shop. So let's cut him a deal. So even cutting a deal to Tabanero Cigars on those 1,000 boxes, paying everyone, I think it was 3 or 4 employees plus Naun, paying everyone, paying electricity, paying everything for January, we had a profit of $550 on 1,000 boxes. And the box shop has the potential to do 1,000 boxes a day, 20 days a month, with just one laser machine. I'm investing a lot more money to get the second laser machine, a gobble laser that it burns art pretty quick, and I'm getting a multiple disc so I can cut the inserts of the box out of cedar. I want to keep doing my insert of the box out of cedar for the nice aroma and to prevent any box to go in the box. So that is going. I guess because of the many years that I've been in business, in different ventures, different type of business. This is the first time that I'm 100% sure that we will see that box factory explode really quick, and to a point that I will have revenues and knowing myself, asking myself where I'm going to reinvest that money again. I'm not the type of guy that when I see money, I start, I don't know. I already learned early in my life with little things. I never had a chance to have a sport car or anything like that. But with the other little things like a jet ski, I don't know, a new car, I realized that those material things, when you put too much effort on acquire those material things, after 2 months, after 90 days, they don't fulfill you. They don't fulfill you anymore. They don't taste the same. They don't smell new like when you bought it. That experience you had when you were doing the buying, when you jump on the car, when you jump on the jet ski, that it fades out a little bit. So what I really learned, the things that they stay there, the taste, the feel, that they stay there, is when you get into you jump into something that is not going to happen overnight. That you need to work yourself to achieve, to get there. So I know that as soon as I start making revenue with Nicaragua, and I pay Tabanero for the loan that he lent Nicaragua, the box shop in Nicaragua, to start, I'm going to find myself reinvesting on something else in Nicaragua, and it will be opening another box shop with more technology on a closer town, and definitely going into manufacturing. Hopefully my kids will be older, a little bit older, in 2-3 years. I get into manufacturing of cigars myself, like I did right here, like I'm still doing it in Tabanero, but with a smaller scale, like I did it for 10 years in Tabanero with 6 to 10 cigar rollers in my factory. I will start in Nicaragua, and I will enjoy it a lot. I realized when I found the last person that I was making cigars with, I feel that I was getting into a comfort zone. Just leaving the responsibility to someone else and just be present, make sure that he was dealing with the headaches, that he was dealing with the everyday things, and just give me, deliver a good product with the recipes that I demand, with the construction that I demand. But I realized that going into that comfort zone, it was giving me a lot more time to get into other things, like the box shop. Well, when I finish with the box shop, I'm gonna feel again with my empty hands. And I don't want to keep going on some of the things that they're just money driven, money motivated. So I will go back to my roots, how we started in Ybor City, and I will start manufacturing in Esteli. I will start manufacturing in Esteli, my small boutique factory that I will get a guest house ready. I will get a guest house ready because my customers keep pitching me the idea that when I'm ready to go to Nicaragua, to in a trip, that if I can, and I like that. I kind of like that when I can bring 3, 4, 5 customers. That's it. Pick them up at the airport and go to Esteli. Nothing really planned. Go to Esteli. Go to my shop. Go to AJ Fernandez factory. Go to the factories that I'm still doing business. Go to the fields. Go to the center of Esteli. Go to Don Luis Cafe. Drink a coffee over there. Let them mingle with other Americans that they usually visit that cafe. A different experience, because I heard from people that go on tours to Nicaragua that if you go with so-and-so or so-and-so company or other companies, I don't know if it's because of a liability issue, they pick you up at the airport. They pick you up at the airport, they take you to their guest house, and then they have a plan. We will have dinner that night, and then from there you go to their factory, come back to the guest house, they do something for you at night. The next day they take you to the field, they take you to other place related with the factory. But always is between their operation and the factory. Their operations and the guest house. Their operations and the guest house. You don't get to experience Esteli. You don't get to experience, other sectors of the industry, even if they're not related to whoever invite you to Esteli. I guess they do it for liability purpose. I guess they do it because they think if they're spending the money of give you a place to stay, to have lunch, to have dinner, that they should have all your attention because they're paying for that. You're paying for the air ticket, and they're paying you to pick you up at the airport. They're paying for the cigars they're giving you in the trip, and they're paying for your stay. So they believe that all you have to experience is their world. I don't know if I would change in the future, but the way I am experimenting Esteli, I wouldn't like to take 4 of my customers that they probably have some type of relation with me, some kind of friendship, and keep them tight to just what I'm doing. What I'm going to be doing is it's a small. So if I can take them to other places that I have built relations, that will be phenomenal. That will be phenomenal. I have a busy schedule, but I think I will enjoy spend time with some of my customers, 3 to 5 customers, 3 days, 4 days in Esteli, and show them around. I think that will be an experience that I will enjoy. Because the same way I went to Milwaukee last year in July, and I'm going to do it this year again, is for an event for someone that spent a lot of money with the brand, but I also consider that person a friend and also a mentor, because even though he spends a lot of money with the brand, when I got to spend time with him for the event at Milwaukee, I got to learn a lot from him. He's been a general contractor for years, so we have that in common. I like the trade of the construction. When I was in Miami, I did a little bit of construction, my own business. So we have a lot in common. So when I visit Milwaukee and I go to his event, I really enjoy it. So I try not to do anything because just compromise. Someone that's spending money and go, well, come here. I want you to talk to people. I want you to be If it's not something that I really is appealing to me, I would try to go away from. But it will be difficult that anything that has to do with the cigar lifestyle, it wouldn't be appealing to me. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to go to Milwaukee in July. They do a fundraising event at the zoo, at the local zoo, and I'm there, well dressed, and I talk to people, and I talked about the cigars, and they do an option at the end, and people buy cigars, and I love it. I love it. I really enjoy being with them. They even give me one of their members give me a hell of an idea that they want to raffle a dinner with me on one of their members' restaurant. So if whoever wins the dinner, they get to sit down and talk to me about tobacco, about the industry, about my experiences. And I never never went through my mind that someone would do something like that someone will auction a lunch with Yanko Maceda so I can share with them my experiences. That made me feel really, really special. Anthony Porcaro, he owns a dealer Ford in Milwaukee, and he came up with that idea, and wow, he definitely blew my mind. It's a little bit intimidating, but I know I'll be able to just be who I am, share with them, and have a great time with them. So I'll be there. I want to give a shout out to Havana Classics. Most of the people that are following me, they always have questions about direction of opening a shop. So let me get into that. Let me get into opening a shop. We talked a little bit about Esteli. And besides I leave Esteli, the Esteli subject, I continue my plan to move to Esteli on July. I'm moving to Esteli in July. And I sometimes I get concerned because people look at me like, what? You're moving to Esteli? Are you closing this? I said, no, I'm not closing this. I have pretty brilliant people here working on this shop. But somehow people believe that if I leave completely, the magic, the vibe, the energy on the shop, it will leave with me. No. I've been behind the scene for a few years already in Tabanero Cigars, in the shop. My team is brilliant. They're all over customer service. They treat people the way they should be treated. And I don't think me moving to Esteli for a year and a half, it will really affect the quality of what we can offer in Tabanero Cigars. I don't think it will affect it. And because I'm not going to be there permanent, in a sense that I will go to Nicaragua and stay there forever. I will continue flying over here to Tampa the same way I'm doing it right now to Nicaragua. And it is magical. Some of the business owners, they know what I'm talking about. When you are so penetrated on your operation, you walk into the room, you walk into the operation, and your 360 eye can see anything that is going on. Anything that is going on. Some of your employees will go, man, how do he catch up that? How he knew that? And they think you are from another planet, you're an alien. No, it's just we have a clear picture of what we desire, of the direction that we are going. So when we walk into operations or a 360 view, it picks anything that is out of place, anything that you don't want like that. It's having a clear picture of what you're aiming for. So it's not that we are from another planet or we are, I don't know. My wife says that I'm wired definitely different to average people. I don't like to believe that because I'm hoping that my kids, I can wire them the same way I am. But she says, well, we'll see, because you definitely are wired differently. I want to disagree. I want to believe that anyone that that has a strong desire, that can wake up, a strong desire to achieve a goal, anyone that is capable to concentrate on waking up a desire to achieve something is capable to do it. Is capable to do it. They just have to find a way, find a purpose of waking up a strong, a deep desire of something that they want. And it's not like, in the afternoon when you're done, think about it and go, oh man, I wish. No, stop wishing and start acting. Stop wishing and start acting. There's no free time on my life, and I'm happy with that. I love it. I enjoy it. There's no free time on my life. I even told my wife this morning, because I was pretty cranky in the morning when I decided to take a day off, an entire day off with my family. The first few hours I'm pretty cranky. And business owners, they know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty cranky because in the same way when I go on vacations, the first 2-3 days, I'm cranky because I feel like a fish out of the water. I feel like someone that has been inside of a kitchen for 20 years and they take him out of the kitchen, put him on a chair and tell them, you retire. A passionate chef, a passionate individual that enjoys to cook and serve others with amazing meals, I bet is cranky, pretty cranky the first few days when he goes on vacation because he feels like a fish out of the water. Well, that happens to me when I decided to take days off, completely day off. Usually my days off are half a days. I spend the first half of the day in the business, on my environment, where I feel that I have purpose, that I'm vibrant, and then I feel like I'm, start slowing down. I get home, I'm a little bit tired, and that rest of the day, sometimes, most of the times, it's okay, because I already burned my mental energy, my things that I wanted to do in the middle of the day. Now, when I wake up and my brain knows that I'm going to be a whole day at home with the family, in the instance that I'm with the kids, with the wife, I go, man, I miss them. I enjoy it a lot. But it takes time. It takes time in the beginning of the day to go, Yanko, appreciate them, enjoy them, put the phone away. Don't let anybody ask you anything or whatever because you're spending the time today with your family. And stop being so cranky. Anything that you didn't finish this week, you can get to it on Monday. And that comes to something else that I usually try to share with my friends, my kids. There's nothing more enjoyable, more tasteful on a Sunday when the sun starts going down and it starts getting, dusk, and everybody is really depressed or concerned that tomorrow they got to do it all over again. No, for us, for the visionaries, for the go-get-it, we can't wait for Monday to be here because there's so much that we didn't finish this past week that we get to go on the sandbox and start playing again on Monday. And that's a hell of a feeling. There's no way you can cheat that. It's a hell of a feeling knowing that Sunday, 5:45 a.m., when the natural clock wakes me up, and I look at my wife and she's still a little bit sleeping, and the clock goes, brr, brr, and I already bit the clock. Oh, I love it. You know why I'm doing that? Because I know I'm going to keep working on my dream on Monday because kids will go to school. I already spent my time with them. I really enjoy, and I'm ready to jump on my journey and keep going. I love it. And it's not old dandy. It's not old dandy. I've been really concerned, and let's go back now to Tampa. I've been really concerned about the shop. The shop in Ybor City. The shop in Ybor City for the last 3 years is being staggered, is being plateaued. Same sales for the last 3 years. The shop. I'm not talking about the website, and I'm not talking about wholesale. Wholesale 2021, it was $14,000. We more than doubled the sales last year on wholesale. Website, we went up 27% on the website. So basically website did make up and more for whatever we didn't do in the shop. But it's still, I have my heart with the shop. That's my second home, my first home. And when I see him suffering, in a sense that my coffee shop was already doing $5,000 a week, and for the last 3 years being in $1,700, $1,900 a week, because all the businesses around that they had offices, people working in the offices, they went to work at home. So that's a big deal with the shop, because a lot of the snowbirds didn't come back last year. So I asked myself, how long is it going to take for the shop to continue growing? How long for the shop to continue growing? Or we need to find a different strategy for the shop. We need to find a different strategy for the shop. And I'm also talking to other people that are opening cigar shops in the near future. Please understand that we're not going to be able to pay rent. We're not going to be able to pay rent in an area that is suitable because of the demographics, because of the salaries, around that area. We're not going to be able to pay the rent of 1,500 square feet, 2,000, 2,500 square feet. We're not going to be able to pay that rent, utilities, and salary of 3-4 employees with a guy that comes in, buys one cigar and a coffee, and sits down and enjoys the lounge, the air conditioning, the leather for an hour. It's not going to happen. Don't cheat yourself. It's not going to happen. And if you think you have a nice charisma and because you're a good guy and this and that, people are going to be buying boxes from you, or they're going to be spending a lot of money on cigars with you, I think you're lying to yourself. You need to get creative how you can offer something different, I met someone in Nicaragua recently that it really blew my mind. And I keep talking about this, giving me advice and giving you guys advice. And the more I talk to customers about this concept, everybody goes, wow, that makes sense. And someone last night that we were having a great conversation said, Yanko, it makes all the sense, and I will support you to keep a place like this alive. And let's go over, before I go into the idea that I have shared in the past Sunday Live, before I get into the idea, let me rephrase his words, how he said, I would do it to keep a place like this alive. I said, every time you come here and you talk to me, which is not often because you're a pretty quiet individual, you say beautiful things about me. And you always surprise me. This time you're telling me that what Tabanero Cigars have to offer is you don't see it often. Why you don't see it often? Because not everybody is in a historic district of a used to be cigar capital of the world, with his own brand, with his own coffee roasted locally. That's one in a blue moon. There's not that many Ybor cities in the United States. There's not many Ybor cities in the world. So I'm unique in a sense that I'm in the historic district with a brand. I only sell my brand in the shop, a premium. Premium, and sometimes some of the cigars, super premium cigars. And my own coffee blend done by Naviera Coffee Mill that they've been in business for 100 years. You can call me lucky that I'm a lucky person. I don't consider myself lucky. I consider myself with a vision, and I don't give up. And I work with what I have. I work with what I have. When I was able to start my own coffee brand, I didn't have any money. I had to believe, and because I was doing things correctly, the owner of La Naviera believed in me, and he started making me 300 pounds a month. And here I am, moving a lot of coffee online in the shop, and in the shop serving coffee and also selling coffee bags. 1 pound, $20 a pound, and I sell a lot because I believe on my palate, and I came up with a really good Cuban coffee blend. So I'm going out of subject. So how can you, let's say you start your humidor, you have a bunch of brands, and you put the coffee. Just ask yourself, how are you going to survive selling a coffee and a cigar? Let's say it's $25 a person, and you're paying $4,000 of rent. And you don't want to become a bar. That's my problem. I don't want to become a bar. Because think about it, when you do it right, when you set up a cigar shop the right way, with the leathers, lighting, music, air conditioning, ventilation, anybody that walks into it, they would love to stay there. They've seen it in the movies, they've seen it, it's a representation of being important, to being a big shot. They want to hang out in there. And if they don't smoke cigars, but you sell alcohol, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to start drinking alcohol. And even if you put a rule that no, to drink alcohol in there, you need to buy a cigar, yeah, they're going to buy a Corona, a 42 gauge by 5 inches Corona, a $7, $8 cigar, sit down and get wasted with one cigar. So how can you avoid becoming a bar and be successful having a cigar shop? Because the industry is changing. Down in Nicaragua, I experienced how aggressive the online outlets selling cigars. Pretty aggressive. So if you pick your favorite brand that is available on all the cigar shops. Your favorite brand. If your company is not paying for it, if your company credit card is not paying for it, if you're paying out of your pocket, I bet you're going to be buying those cigars from our website. You're not going to be buying from Joe and Joe cigar or whatever shop. You're not going to be buying from a shop. Mike from Tampa Cigars, from Tampa Humidor Cigars, he had the concept for many years. He was pretty good with customer service. He used to ship a lot of cigars. He got bought out by JR Cigars. He got bought out by JR Cigars, and now they have tried many things with that shop, and that shop is not what it used to be anymore. Because once corporate comes in and buys you out because you were doing a pretty good job, everything changed. Everything changed because my energy, the owner's energy, is not in there anymore. And many people will go there because of Mike. And then many people go to Tabanero because they know there's someone passionate behind it. And many other things. But a $6,000 rent that I'm paying there, $6,000 rent, $5,000 a week on payroll, you're talking about $26,000 already a month. You think selling coffee and one cigar, two cigars you'll be able to keep a shop alive? No, no way. But I met Raul. Raul, he's in California. Raul doesn't sell alcohol. He doesn't sell alcohol. And he's doing phenomenal, phenomenal. And when I share how Raul is doing with my last night customer, he said, I don't have any problem. I don't have any problem doing something like that, supporting you like that. So this place can still thrive and succeed. So this is the second customer that mentioned something like that. So I said, wow, Raul is not too far from the Raul is not too far from the future of a true cigar lounge, from the future of a true cigar lounge. Because if you're not going to a cigar lounge anymore to buy boxes, to buy a lot of cigars, you're going in for the experience, and you're willing to pay for that experience 30 minutes, an hour, $30. How many people you need to come in for $30 to pay for your Helvet head? There's many people. Now, but how many people you will need to pay a membership to be part of that cigar lounge to keep them alive, and they will agree to pay for a membership. So every month you can count on certain amount of money, because you got 20 people, you got 50 people, 100 people that they love what you're doing, and they want to make sure that you stay alive. They want to make sure the places that they don't have TVs, that they don't have live music, that they don't have loud people, that they don't have people, laughing and making noise, that they want a true lounge to enjoy the background music, to reflect, to smoke a cigar in peace. The people who appreciate that, they will be willing to pay for a membership. They'll be willing to pay for a membership. And when I told my customer yesterday that Raul in California has 2 tiers of membership, he says, man, that is brilliant. One tier, I think it was $45 or $49 a month. In Ybor City, will have to be $49 a month. And you get 3 cigars a month. 3 cigars a month. Automatically, he says, man, on those 3 cigars, I'm already getting the value of the membership. I said, you know what? That's what Raul says, and it makes sense. If you pay me monthly $45, but I count on your $45 or $50 a month, I already count. There's an app that I put all your information there. And I tell you that I'm going to be charging on the 20th of the month. And I already know that there's 10 of you guys, 20 of you guys on the 20th of the month. You pay me $50 each. That already gives me peace of mind. The inventory is there. The cigars are there. You are just committing to buy those 3 cigars every month. And because of that, we get to keep the lounge open. Because you will start with 10 guys, next thing you know it's 20, next thing you know it's 30, 50 guys have $50 every month, and they get their 3 cigars. And they're making sure that you're staying alive, because they're part of something, and they're making sure that you stay alive. They don't want one day to come in there and go, no, we have to close down because it's not profitable. We don't want to become a bar, another bar in Ybor City, another cigar bar. Those people that appreciate what we are doing, they will support us. They will support us. And if you want to take it to another level, because Raul did it in California. Raul did another $100 a month membership, and they get access to a second floor, and they have a locker so they can bring their own bottles and drink in there. And that's Raul. I think is brilliant. I don't have the space to do it. I don't have the space to do a second floor. I will have to rent next door's a space and make it like that, private. And I'm concentrating right now on other things. No, I pass on that. because they tell me, hey Yanko, next door is gonna be available. I go, well, yeah, it's gonna be available, but do I invest my money on putting that place together and making it look nice, or do I save that money and open another shop in another area of Florida or Tampa to offer the same things that we offer in here and more and more? Because I think something keeps telling me that where this is going, where the cigar lifestyle, brick and mortar is going to the experience, not the sales of cigars, not the experience of you being at the register and getting a good discount. That is happening online. That is happening online. Brick and mortars will be the experience of you enjoying the cigar on premise. So we need to get brilliant how we can offer something different. And I am aiming right now, concentrate right now, on make the lounge available after hours to really close clients, that I know how they behave, that I know if they picked anything from the cooler or the cigars, they will go to the kiosk and pay themselves, because I've been having a hard time finding the right hardware for our display humidor with the technology available for automatically charge your card. I'm having a hard time. The companies that they're offering the service right now, they don't want to let go for you to use just the hardware. They want to sell you the whole thing, the cooler with all the equipment, and they don't allow you to tear them apart and retrofit on a humidor. And I find out that it's not possible to do it because the entire unit has to be metal. So anything that so that way the radio signal inside, not radiation, the radio signal inside of the cooler, when you take something from there, it can discount it. So it's a little bit of work. Not impossible, but it's a little bit of work. So I think for now, we will put a kiosk. One of the register can become a kiosk, and my clients can come in, have access to the store at night or early in the morning, get whatever, their coffee, whatever they're gonna drink, sit down and smoke a cigar before the beginning of the day or after we close, ring themselves, whatever they use, pay a membership, and have their own space, that they know when they go at night. The only members they will find in there, it's people alike, like them. Thinkers, people that like a quiet place, people that are really there to put in their thought together, to reflect. They're not taking their after party to my lounge. They're not taking the after dinner with a bunch of friends to go and drink and have laugh at my shop. No, the membership will only allow you, just one person, and your significant other or your son or another person. So your membership will only allow another person. That's it. No, Yanko, I have a group of friends. You have a group of friends? Go to Davidoff. You have a group of friends? Go to the Grand Cathedral. This is not the membership for you. Simple. This is a membership for someone that just wants to have some quiet time by himself, smoking a cigar, drinking a bottle of water in a quiet place. When everybody is closed or when everybody just party, the cigar bars become nightclubs. You still want to smoke a cigar after dinner, but you want to do it in a quiet place. That's Tabanero, Casa Tabanero 365. Woo! This week, I'm finishing the access control on the side door. And the challenge right now is to integrate that access control to be able to come in through the side door with the alarm system. So when you access, you don't have to deal with the alarm. The alarm will disarm by itself. And we're still looking for a company in the Philippines or Pakistan or India to monitor our cameras. So when it's here at night, it's daytime over there. We're paying them a salary, and they'll be checking the cameras, making sure that all the customers are they're fine. They're not falling asleep. They didn't have a stroke. They're, you know, there's even there's not a human inside of the place. They're being, the place is being supervised. That's it. Someone tried to come in. When you were trying to come into the door, someone is watching. Someone can tell the police, so you feel secure. Guys, I think I'm past. It's been a great talk, but I don't want to keep you here for too long. I want to finish the cigar for somehow when I'm really into it and sharing with you guys my journey. Sometimes I forget I'm smoking a cigar. That's why I'm a better listener. When I have someone, when I'm in a conversation, I like to be the listener because I learn a lot more and I get to smoke my cigar. Guys, thank you very much. My name is Yanko Maceda, founder of Tabanero Cigars, where we believe in the enjoyment of craftsmanship that allows you to stop time, reflect on life, and plan the future ahead. Thank you very much.